Shalom everyone. Welcome back to our second lesson of the Modern Hebrew course. Here we are to continue. During the first lesson, we learned the Aleph Bet, we learned the vowels, and also how to read the printed blocks, letters in Hebrew, and also we learned the script, the cursive letters of Hebrew, how to read and how to write, and we should be practicing this whenever we can. And we're going to begin today with new things. Okay.
Shalom, everyone.
Oops.
Welcome back.
Hold on. There we go. Lesson 2. For those who are arriving now, lesson 2, we're going to learn the Hebrew pronouns. We're going to learn practice reading blocked letters, and also Hebrew vocabulary and verbs. So let's begin. For those who don't know, this is some Hebrew facts. For the first time in history, a dead language was brought back to life and became again a spoken vernacular of a people. The Hebrew language was reborn. From a dead language, it was reborn. So we should really rejoice in the Lord, because what a language that was dead. Today it's spoken in Israel, and it's spoken by about 8 million people, mostly in Israel. And though there are many Hebrew speakers in the United States and in other countries throughout the world. And so let's continue. Just some Hebrew facts. So we know that this language was dead and it was reborn. And it comes from the Tanakh. Well, let's start with prayer. Abba Shabashamayim, Father in heaven, Toda ala kol. Thank you for everything and for the wisdom and the knowledge that you give us to learn new things. And I believe that at this moment you're opening our minds to learn this new language, modern Hebrew. Help each and every one that are watching this video so they can really observe this knowledge and learn Hebrew, Father. Open up their eyes to learn and to see all they need to learn in this language, Father, for your glory. In the name of Yeshua. Amen. So let's continue. You can do it. Don't give up. We're in lesson 2, and let's continue. Today we're going to learn the Hebrew pronouns. For example, the single I, you. Unlike in Hebrew, unlike in English, in the Hebrew language, you, it can be said in the masculine, in the feminine, and also in plural ways. However, with just one word. So I, you, masculine, feminine, with more than one person, feminine, masculine, he, she, it, plural forms of you, we, they. So let's learn them, the Hebrew pronouns. I, in Hebrew, can you read it with me? Is ani. I in Hebrew is ani. And we spell that Aleph, Nun, Yud. Ani. Ani. Men and women, we say ani. This is I. This is the form that it's written in script and cursive letters in Hebrew. Aleph, Nun, Yud in script. Aleph, Nun, Yud in blocked letters, printed letters. How we read and how we write ani. This is how we say you in masculine form. Ata, ata. Aleph, Taf, hey, ata, ata. This is for the masculine form of you, ata. This is how we write ata. From ata, the script, cursive, and this is ata, how we read it, ata. You in the masculine form. Very important for us to learn. You, feminine. You and feminine. Feminine in Hebrew is nekeva. So you in feminine is at. At. So ani, ata, for the man that's watching this video, ata. Ve Aisha, the woman that is watching this video, is at. את עכשיו לומדת עברית. You are learning Hebrew. אתה לומד עברית עכשיו. You're learning Hebrew now. אז אני לומדת עברית. I am studying Hebrew. אתה לומד עברית. You in masculine form. אתה לומד עברית. אתה ואת לומדת עברית. את. You for feminine. Okay? He in Hebrew is hu. He is learning Hebrew. hu lomed עברית. hu lomed עברית. עברית is Hebrew in the Hebrew language. Lomed is he studies. We'll be learning the verbs. When we learn the pronouns, then we'll dive into the verbs and more vocabulary. This is very important to learn. Ani, ata, at, hu. Hu is he. And it's spelled Hey, Vav, Aleph. This is the form in blocked letters. Now let's take a look at the script. Script letters, how we write hu. Hu, how we read hu, how we write hu, and script cursive letters. Hey, Vav, Aleph. Hu lomed עברית. He is learning Hebrew. hu lomed עברית. She is he. He is she, בעברית, in Hebrew. A little hard to remember sometimes, but when you get it, when you memorize it, you never forget. She, he is Hey Yud Aleph. Hey Yud Aleph. He לומדת עברית. She is learning Hebrew. So he. This is how we write he in cursive and script letters. And also, we see this is the printed, the blocked letters, as written in Tanakh, as written in articles and in the internet. So and this is how we write. If we dedicate a letter to someone and it's handwritten, we use script, remember? So he, she. It, this, and that is ze in Hebrew. Ze. For you to imagine, ze, just for you to remember, in Brazil it's a name. So when you remember it, this, that, ze. Okay, this is the form of we write ze. Notice how we spell it. From the top, like this. Zet vehei. This is cursive script letters. Ze. Okay. How is it for you guys? Did you understand it? There's a lot of things for us to learn, and we're getting there. I'm so happy to see each and every one of you this week again. And I believe that the more we study, the more we're going to really progress, and you guys are doing a great job. I see many were trying hard. They wrote me letters of how they were writing the cursive letters and trying to read and memorize each of the letters of the alphabet. So you guys are doing a great job. Continue. So, just to revise what we just learned, okay? I, ani, I, ani. Ani in script. Remember, Aleph, we begin like this. The Nun and Yud. Ani. You in masculine. Ata, ata, ata. For the men here, and I'm talking to you. Ata. Ata in script letters. Aleph, Taf, Hey. Ata. Cursive, script form, blocked letters. Ata. Ata. You feminine, nekeva. Feminine of you is at. At. For the woman watching here, at. You can do it. At yachola. You can do it with the help of Elohim. At. At in script and at in blocked letters. Aleph v'Tav. Hu. Hu, which is he. Who is he? So who, him. We're talking about who, he. Who? Hey vav aleph. Hey vav aleph. She, he. She, he. Hey, yud, aleph. Script and blocked letters. It, this, or that. It depends on what word we are talking about. So we have to discern if it's feminine or masculine. When we notice it's ze is masculine. Zot is feminine. Ze is masculine. But we are learning it today. Ze. It's it, this, or that. Ze. Okay? And now we're going to learn. We're going to learn who, what, where, when, why, which, and how in Hebrew. Look how far you're going already in Hebrew language. So, who, what, where, when, why, which, and how in questions. Let's go. Who, okay, who in Hebrew is me. Me. Who? Me. If you want to say, who is this? Mize. Mize. Who? Me. What? Ma. What is ma? Where? איפה. Don't be afraid to repeat with me. Where? איפה. When is מתי. מתי. When. למה. When, מתי. Why, למה. Which, איזה. איזה. And how is איך. Let's take a look at each of these. Who? Me. Me. Who? Me. And this is how we write it in blocked letters. This is how it is in blocked letters, how we read it, and how we write it in script. Mem. Yud. Who? Who? Me. What? It's ma. So, what? Ma. If you want to say, who is this? We can say, Mize. Mize. Or, who are you? We can use it for feminine. Miat. Masculine. Miata. Who are you? Me. Who? What? Maze. Maze. What is this? We learned ze is this, that, it. So we usually say, what is this? We can say, Maze. In Israel, you hear it a lot in the streets. Maze. So, ma, what? So you're already learning how to put some sentences and questions together. We're getting far. Just continue. Let's continue. What? Ma? Ma? What? Me? Who? Where? איפה. איפה. איפה זה? Where is this? Where? איפה אתה? איפה אתה? Where are you? In masculine form. When speaking to a man, איפה אתה? To a woman, איפה את? איפה הם? Where are they? For men and women, הם. איפה הן? איפה אתם? For men, women, atem, we're going to learn this. And איפה אתן? For just woman, aten, with nun sufit in the end. We're going to get there. Where is איפה? איפה. So look at the blocked letters and the script. Please tell me if I'm going too fast and let me know if there's any questions. Please feel free to write to me, as I see in the live page all of your comments and all of questions. So there's one question that says, who is he and he is she? What is there to be confused about? So you guys are really intelligent, I'm telling you. You guys are really smart. Info? Where? Let's continue. When? מתי. מתי. מתי זה? מתי זה? When is this? מתי זה? מתי. Why? Why is למה. למה. למה זה? Why is it like this? למה. למה. This is why. Which? איזה. איזה. Which? איזה. Aleph, Yud, Zain, Hey. Blocked letters and the script. Cursive letters. How we write Eze. Aleph, Yud, Zet, Ta, Zain, Hey. Sorry. Okay. How. Ich. Ich. How. Ich. Okay. Now that we've learned who, what, where, when, how, why in Hebrew, who, me, what, ma, where, איפה, when, מתי, how, איך, did I forget one? Who, what, where, when, and why? Who, me, what, ma, where, איפה, when, מתי, and how, איך, and why, lama. So now we've learned the questions. Now we've learned the Hebrew pronouns. Ani, ata. When you're speaking to a man, ata. You, for men, ata. You for women, at. We, men and women, or woman with woman, or woman and man together speaking, anachnu. Anachnu. Anachnu is we. Anachnu. And atem. Atem. Atem is with mem sufit in the end. Atem is like you're saying you for more than one man or men and women gathered together. Atem, and you're saying you. Atem, and for women gathered together. Aten with nun sufit. Hem, hem is they with mem sufit. Hen, hen is when there are more than one woman gathered together, and you're saying they. Hen. So, ani, at for woman, ata directing to a man, you for a man. Oops, forgive me. Here we go. Atem, aten, him, hen, anachnu. So practice makes perfect. We're going to practice more. Bet. We must learn just a few things. That bet, when positioned before the Hebrew word, okay, it means in, on, or at. Be before word. Be before word. Positioned before the Hebrew word together. It's usually pronounced be or ba before the word. It's to indicate the word in, on, and at in Hebrew. When we have ve, vav, positioned as the first letter in the Hebrew word, it's pronounced ve or va if the word is masculine or feminine. When it's masculine, it's ve. When it's feminine, va. And it means and in Hebrew. Ve in the word. Let's see it with a text. Okay. Here we have a home. Bait. Bait. House or home, it's bait. We see a workplace. Work in Hebrew is avodah. Avodah. So let's try to read together and practice our reading comprehension in Hebrew. Eifo ata. Eifo ata. Where are you? And as it's ata and not at, we know that he's directing himself to a man. Ata. Eifo ata. Ani babait. Ani babait. Ani babait. Ani babait. I am home. Ve'at. Notice the bet before the home. Babait. Babait. Bait is home. So I am at home. Be, the bet is being used here before the word to indicate at. And bait is home. So babait. Notice the vav that we learned means and. And notice how, unlike the English language, vav is put together with word. So it's vata and bet, babait. So, ani babait. Ve'at, the man said, I am home. And you? To a woman? The woman said, Ani ba'avoda. Ani ba'avoda. Avoda is work. So look at her working here while the guy is at home. איפה אתה? אני בבית. ואת? אני בעבודה. עבודה. Avoda is work. I am at work. This is what she said. So, you're reading Hebrew already. And you're already understanding. Eifo is where. Ata, you, for a man. Ani, I. Be, bet before the word. Babait. Bait. Bait is home. Bet before home. Bait just means I am at home. And you, ve'at, and you for a woman. Ve'at. Okay. Ve'at. Ani ba'avoda. Ani ba'avoda. I am at work. How? We'll go back. I received a question. There's a question here. Can we do how again? Yes, of course we can. Okay. So, how is ich. Ich. How? We say ich. Imagine you see something you don't like. Well, the word, sometimes we say ich. So you can just remember. In Hebrew, that means how. Ich. Ich. How. How. Ich. Ich. And that's Aleph, Yud, and Kuf Sufit. And this is how we write it in the script letters, in the cursive letters in Hebrew. Aleph, Yud, and Kuf Sufit. Notice that in the Kuf Sufit, how it goes down, the tail goes down. In comparison here to the line, it's going down. So really pay attention to that so it doesn't look like bet or vet. It's ich. It's a kuf sufit. So now that we've finished our first text, let's learn a verb that's really important in our daily life. It's avodah. We just saw it in the text where the woman said, Ani ba'avodah, I am at work. And Avodah means work. Avodah. Ain, vet, vav, dalet, hey. Avodah. לעבוד. לעבוד. La'avod is to work. Remember we learned that lamed before this word it means to. So remember the verb to be in English? Well, in Hebrew, lamed is to, and put before a word, it means it's like to be. So la'avod, to work. La'avod, to work. עובד, עובד. אתה, אני, or if you're a man, you say, אני עובד. I work. אני עובד. And this is how it's written in cursive letters. עובד. עובד. If you're a man, you would say, אני, I עובד. I work. אני עובד. If you were to say to a man, you work, אתה עובד. אתה עובד. אתה עובד. If you were to say, he works, הוא עובד. הוא עובד. עובד. עובדת. עובדים. עובדות. So, עובדת is nekeva. Nekeva means feminine in Hebrew. Feminine. עובדת. אני עובדת. And if you want to say, I don't work, אני לא עובדת. אני לא עובדת. Remember, כן, which is kaf and nun sofit. כן is yes. לא, לא is no. כן, yes. לא, no. עובד, עובד. עובדת. אני עובדת. את עובדת. For a woman that is watching this, את עובדת. את עובדת. You work. כן, את עובדת. הרבה, a lot. or עובדת. היא עובדת. he is she. He is she. היא עובדת. And if you want to say אמא, remember we learned from the last lesson, אמא היא עובדת. אמא היא עובדת. אמא, she works a lot. אמא היא עובדת הרבה. אמא עובדת. אבא עובד. אבא עובד. אמא עובדת. Just using words that we also learned in the first lesson to see how much you're just progressing with the first and second lesson. You guys are progressing fast. And okay, so we have עובד, אתה עובד, אני עובדת for woman, עובד is for man, עובדת for woman. If you're saying, but woman in singular form, okay, עובדת, אני עובדת, את עובדת, you for woman, את עובדת, היא עובדת, she works. Okay, this is work, feminine, singular form. עובד is work, masculine, singular form. עובדים, עובדים. Every time we see yud and mem sufit in the end of the verb, it indicates that it is for plural, and it indicates plural for men, plural for men, or men and women gather together, plural, plural, masculine, feminine. Okay, Ovdim with Yud Sufit. And here we put it together in script the way we write it, so you can also try writing it where you are, and with a paper and a pen in your hands. Also, all the material. Just a reminder, we're trying to make sure that you guys also receive all the material that is here that we present, and maybe some worksheets for you guys to be practicing at home. And so we'll continue with the lesson, and afterwards we'll speak more about the material. Okay, so עובדים, אנחנו, for אנחנו is we, so for women, for masculine and feminine, אנחנו, we work, עובדים. אתם, you guys, אתם עובדים. You guys are working hard to learn Hebrew. אתם עובדים. אתם עובדים. אתם עובדים. עובדים. אתם עובדים. והם, הן, הם, I apologize, הם with mem sufit is always referred with yud and mem sufit in the end. You'll always notice when we have a mem sufit, it goes with this one, ovdim, okay, ovdim, masculine, feminine, plural, when they're gathered together, or just masculine, plural. Ovdot indicates plural for feminine. So, ovdot. Aten, אנחנו, if I was with a woman here, then works also. אנחנו עובדות, we work. Aten, the women that are listening, aten with nun sufit in the end, aten עובדות. Okay, so that was for the verb לעבוד, to work. עבודה is work. לעבוד, to work. עובד, עובדת. עובדים, עובדות. Okay, we're going to practice another text, and we're going to learn. Okay, learning cursive is not easy, and it comes with practice. To memorize everything, it takes us time. But when we practice, when we sit down and really try to memorize the cursive letters and memorize how we read and how we write, it's possible. It just takes a little bit of time sometimes to learn cursive and how it's written, but you'll excel it with time. So let's learn also for our next text another Hebrew vocabulary. We learned in our last lesson bevakasha, ana, which means please, toda, which is thanks, toda rabba, which means thank you very much, and we learned ima, abba, which is mom, Daddy, Abba Shabashamayim, Abba. Maybe you already knew this, but let's continue with new vocabulary. Slicha. Can you read with me? Slicha. What is slicha? What is this word? Slicha. Okay? Slicha. Slicha in Hebrew is to excuse, to pardon. It's forgive or forgiveness. Slicha. Slicha. So, how many know that we have today? It's 15th of September. We have Rosh Hashanah coming soon in this year. And also we have Yom Kippur. And then Yom Kippur, we notice that it's time to repent, לעשות teshuvah, to do teshuvah, and ask for forgiveness. Of others, we ask slicha, to excuse, to pardon, to forgive, to give forgiveness. Slicha. And also we ask unto the Jewish people at that time of Yom Kippur, ask forgiveness, slicha, during this day. So it's known as Yom Shel Slichot, day of repentance and forgiveness. So slicha is excuse me, pardon. Okay. Another thing we should know. Me, which I am sorry, mem. This is mem blocked letters, remember? And mem in cursive looks like an N, but it makes the sound M, right? So it's mem. When it's positioned before the Hebrew word, it indicates from. In English, it refers to the English word from. So me or ma, it depends on the vowels. But I think that it's more important just to memorize that mem positioned before the word is to indicate from, and the word determines if the mem makes the sound me or ma. Why? Okay, because the from can describe a masculine or feminine word. So from me or ma. From if it was America, from America, מאמריקה, מאמריקה, America, מאמריקה, מארצות הברית. Actually, America, the United States of America in Hebrew is called ארצות הברית, the United States, ארצות הברית. So, מארצות הברית, או מברזיל, מישראל, מקנדה, so from. Now, we learned our questions, we learned AFO is where, we learned all of this. We can put together sentences. So, מאיפה את או אתה? מאיפה. When we have the mem before איפה, what is איפה? איפה. What is איפה? Okay. איפה is where. So from where are you? In English, it would be said differently. It would be said, where are you from? But in Hebrew, we just change it a bit. It's the correct form in Hebrew is from where are you? So me'efo at. From where are you? Where are you from? Me'efo at או אתה. מאיפה אתה? Can you try writing? מאיפה אתה? מאיפה אתה? Where are you? To the masculine, and speaking in masculine form, מאיפה אתה? For the boy students, the men students, and מאיפה את? For the girl students. Where are you from? מאיפה את? So now that we've learned, okay, סליחה, excuse me, or pardon, forgive. Mem is from. And we've learned that me'efo is from where or where from. We're going to learn together. Let's try another text to help us. Let's put in practice what we've learned. Ba'autobus. And this is how a bus looks like in Israel. This is the autobus of Israel. In Israel, we say autobus. Not only bus, but autobus. Bet. Remember the bet before the word means in or on. I'm sorry. On the bus. Ba'autobus. Ba'autobus. This ba'autobus in printed letters, in ba'autobus in script, cursive letters. Bet, Aleph, Vav, Tav, Vav, Bet, Vav, in Samech, Samech, ba'autobus. Let's try to read together. Okay. סליחה, 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 okay. סליחה is סמך, למד, יוד, חט, ה'. סליחה. Excuse me. סליחה. את, is it masculine or nekeva, feminine? At, feminine. So we see this person is directing to a woman. סליחה. את מישראל. את מישראל. Excuse me. It's סליחה. Are you, for a woman, feminine? At מישראל. Mem. Remember, mem positioned in the beginning of the word is to indicate from. מישראל. Yud, Shin, Resh, Aleph, Lamed. Israel. סליחה, את מישראל? What does she say? כן או לא? כן או לא? למד א'. לא. אני לא מישראל. אני, I, לא, am not. אני לא מישראל. And this person asks, מאין את? מאין? מem aleph yud nun sufit is also to indicate from where. מאין. מאין. So when you hear מאין, you know that means From where? Me'ain is used in modern Hebrew, but just to remember, it's also in Tehillim, Psalm 121, that says, I lift my eyes into the mountains, Esai inai nelearim, to the mountains, Me'ain yavo izri. Where does my help come from? So me'ain, from where? Me'ain yavo izri. So it's in biblical Hebrew, but also it remains in modern Hebrew. Me'ain. Me'ain at, where are you from? Or what's generally also used is me'efo. Remember we studied me'efo? So from where are you? Me'efo at. She said she's not from Israel. Ani lo me'Israel. And the person says, where are you from? Me'efo at. She says, Ani, where is she from? MeCanada. Ani MeCanada. MeCanada. So she's from Canada. How many here are from Canada? Shalom to all of you. So, Ani MeCanada. Ve'ata, Ve'ata, and you. She's speaking to a man. Ve'ata. Ani MeTel Aviv, the man said. Ani MeTel Aviv. He's from Tel Aviv. So, they met on the bus. Ba'autobus, they discovered that she's not from Israel. He lo me-Israel. He lo me-Israel. He me-Canada. She is from Canada. He me-Canada. He me-Canada. Vehu, and him. Vehu, me'efo hu. Me'efo hu. Where is he from? Me'efo. Me'efo hu. Hu me-Tel Aviv. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. So, Lamed. Another thing we should learn. When Lamed is positioned before the Hebrew word, it's pronounced le or la, and it means in English two. Lamed before the word means two. And when it's to describe masculine word, it's le. And when it's feminine, la. Okay. Okay. So le or la is to describe two. Another word, another verb in the present tense, knowing that I don't think you can see it, but present tense, zeman ove. Zeman ove is present tense. We learned avoda. Remember we learned work, to work, la'avod, in present tense. And now we're going to learn in present tense to travel. To travel. To travel is linsoa. To travel, linsoa. Lamed, nun, samech, vav, ve'ain. Linsoa. אתה הוא נוסע. אתה הוא נוסע. אתה, you for masculine, singular, Who for he in English and singular, נוסע. אתה, הוא נוסע. את, he נוסעת. At means you for woman. At, he as she. נוסעת. 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 Recognize that they have a taf in the end. אנחנו, אתם, הם. It's already plural for we. אתם, אתם. Aleph, taf, mem sofit. Atem is you for plural. Men, just men, or woman and men. Atem. Hem, which is they. For it's the plural for men. Hem, or men and women. Noseim, noseim. Yud and mem sofit in the end is to describe them. And aten, hen, noseot, noseot. Aten is for plural for you, woman, feminine, and hen, they, feminine. Noseot, noseot. So this is nosea. Okay. We have so much to continue learning in the modern Hebrew language, and you guys are working so hard and doing a great job. Continue practicing from lesson 1. We should memorize Aleph Bet, printed letters to read and to pronounce. While we're reading each letter, we should learn how to write in the Aleph Bet, the Hebrew Aleph Bet, in script or cursive writings, and continue practicing what we've learned until now from lesson 1. And this is lesson 2, which we learned the Hebrew pronouns, ani, ata, at, atem, 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 aten, hem, hen, which will provide a list. There's a list already where you guys can also see all the material and practice during the week until our next class. We learned Hebrew pronouns and also have questions: who, what, where, when, how, and why in Hebrew. Who, me, what, ma, where, איפה, when, מתי, and how, איך, from where, מאיפה. We learned lamed before means to, before the word, the Hebrew word. We learned bet, which is in. So we learned slicha, which is to excuse or to pardon. And continue practicing. And for sure, we're going to make it and overcome the modern Hebrew language. You're going to learn very quick. Okay, so if there's any questions, okay, is there any questions before we conclude the lesson? There's one question. How do we say Switzerland in Hebrew? Yes? We say Schweiz. Schweiz. Switzerland is Schweiz. Schweiz. And it's written Shin, Vav, Vav, Yud, Yud, and Sadik Sufit. I'll send it to you right now so you can have it. Schweiz. Is there any other questions? So please continue practicing, and you guys are doing a great job. And we concluded lesson 2. Let us know how you liked it, and let us know your comments and also any questions. And get ready for lesson 3 coming soon. Please let us know any questions and comments, and may Elohim bless all of you all. Okay. Is there any questions before we close? You can share. Okay. Just making sure no other questions. Okay. Toda rabba lekulam. Thank you all. May Elohim bless all of you, and keep practicing. Shalom, shalom. And get ready for lesson 3 of the Modern Hebrew Language course at the Holy Language Institute. Shalom.